Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Regrowth. In the last episode, we were working down here, getting all of this set up. And oh my gosh, this is taking a lot of effort. But that's okay. That's perfectly okay. We will get there and things will be good. So yeah. Last time we made these three factories automated completely. And there's nothing in the smelting or the enriching one yet. Actually, there's glass. I didn't see that the first time. So not really much in these yet. There will be as we get going. And today we are gonna kind of finish up making all this stuff. So between episodes, I did a little prep work. I ran a cable that direction. It actually goes through the wall right here and goes all the way to the other island over there. So yeah, I cleaned it up with some cable facades and all that fun stuff. But as you can see, I ran some cable all the way over here. Unfortunately, connected textures doesn't work with applied energistics cable facades, but that's okay because that's where a thing is going to go, so it doesn't really matter to me. So I need to go that way still and that way. Those don't go through the wall, they just in there. I would like something over there, and we'll probably put it because these don't matter. Actually, I think they matter enough. We'll probably put it like right here. And then the other one we'll put somewhere over there. I don't know where yet. We'll figure that out when we get there. I'm not too worried about that today. But what I am worried about today is finishing up all the auto crafting stuff. So I have 2 more thermionic fabricators and 3 more carpenters. Easy enough to make. There's a couple other things we're going to need to make. As you can see, I have some refined steel in my inventory. We need to make yet another steel casing. I had everything for it. That's why I made it. We might need another one of those. We'll see here. Yes, we do need. We need another one of those. I remember. Yes, so we need 2 of those. Nothing too difficult with that. And one of these is going to be turned into an electric pump. This guy should not be too bad to make. We just need a control circuit, which we have on AutoCraft, which is kind of the main idea. This is the main reason I want all of this stuff. Some of the stuff we can't AutoCraft, like these steel casings require stuff from these plates, and they also require the refined steel, which you have to run through a blast furnace, unfortunately. But other than that, everything's fine, so don't really care. We are going to go ahead and place the carpenters here and the thermionic fabricators here. So unfortunately, there is an issue. It's not that big of an issue, but there is an issue. The thermionic fabricators, they only accept sand from the top, which is fine. But we need to automate that, and we're going to need some logistical transporters. I already made a few, and we're going to try to get these automated basically immediately. I have all the recipes, and if we want to make a logistical transporter, the basic ones, these require the control circuits, which this is automated except for the enriched iron. So we need to get that automated. And while we're waiting, let's get the enriched iron first, I guess. And then one thing I want to do is expand this and expand these guys today. So once we start having some of the auto crafting going, we can do that. So we have blink patterns. We're gonna need iron, and we're gonna need to teach this a processing pattern. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell this how to crush iron. Not smelt, not enrich, crush. So basic crushing factory is how we're going to deal with the iron. Now, this is the compressed carbon. These guys also present a little bit of an issue. Not much of one. I just have to figure out how I want to do this. So if I want compressed carbon in here, we're going to need to run a line underneath this. So let's do that. I don't really care about the cobblestone. Let's see, 3 and this is 4, correct? Alright, so we'll just do something like this. And honestly, let's just do this. So what mode is this in? Configure, let's turn it to wrench. We're going to wrench that real quick. And let's just break. Can I see? I could get to that. So let's turn this back to configure items. Is that necessary though? These do have an auto eject, so it should be fine. It should be fine like this. So we just do that, clean it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell this guy side config. We're going to say the top is going to be purple for the infusing stuff. The bottom is going to be the output, auto eject. The back will be the input, and then energy doesn't matter. And we're going to do that for all of these guys. So infusion, back for the input, bottom for the output. And we do need to have auto eject on. So this should work. So purple, output out the bottom, input in the back, auto eject for all of these guys. So this should work, right? Input in the back, output out the bottom. No. That is the back. Yeah. Alright, so I messed up on this one. It's other way around. Auto eject on. Auto eject on. So that should work just fine. And then all we have to do, we're going to do this for this guy first. Something like this. We want this to be wrench. No, there is no way to do that, is there? So we can configure items. We can color code these. And that'll help. And then we are going to want to extract. Alright, so that should work for what we're going to want. So let's head back upstairs, and basically today we're going to finish the auto crafting, and then hopefully we can get some other stuff going today. So there is that. And we get the crushed iron in there. And then we're going to want coal and compressed carbon to go. So coal to compressed carbon goes in this one. And now if we come down here, we can do one last thing, which is this guy to the iron. If we look at what is this called? Iron dust. Iron dust becomes, in the Metallurgic Infuser, raw iron ingot. So that is what we want to find. So that becomes that, and then this becomes this. And that is pretty much what we need in the first molecular infuser with the carbon. Now the other thing we're going to do is we're going to teach this that, hey, let's actually take 13. Wrong one. Whoops. Let's go grab that. And then that's also how we're going to make the steel dust. So let's get, let's see, redstone. We're also going to need that. So let's get compressed carbon, and I want like, let's get a stack. Let's keep a stack of everything in these guys. And then one last thing I do want to go ahead and teach the system is coal. And this is a crafting recipe, so it is just coal is made like that. And that will go into a molecular assembler. Alright, so now that we have all that, what we're going to do is we're going to tell this, hey, keep a stock of 64. And that's going to go in here. Now, presumably, we can make stuff. That is the main goal, is to be able to make the coal stuff. So let's see if we can make some wrought iron. Let's make 2 of those. I want to make sure that we're going to get them back. It should be relatively quick to get this, and it seems like it's working. So that it is indeed working. The crafting recipe should be done, and everything is good. So that's going to work for that set. Made it a little bit difficult because of how things work, but if we look up wrought iron, we have 7. We had 6 before. It's taking the iron dust so long. Basic smelting factory. Why isn't this leaving? Do I need to make this all green? Yes. Okay, that's fine. But this is working. It extracts it, and everything's good. So we're gonna want to do the next 2. And it doesn't really matter the colors as long as they're not next to each other. So that was literally just cycling the compressed carbon around. That's kind of funny. So that should be it for that. Now we're gonna want 2 more. So redstone into compressed redstone is the next pattern that we're gonna want. So 1 redstone, and then diamonds to compressed diamonds as well. And we might as well teach so I believe these are both enriching, so we can do 1 there, 1 there. And once we have both of these, it's going to make things a little bit easier, and then later on we'll make more stuff. So compressed redstone, and let's go ahead, let's see, enriching, and then we're going to want diamond. Let's go ahead and make that. And now the other things we're going to want to make is processing patterns for making, or rather crafting patterns for making redstone and diamond. Where's my redstone essence? Right there. So this is pretty easy. We just go down here and teach those. So I want like 30 of these, and like I want 30 of those. So it will take a little bit to do that, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then if we want to make the logistical pipes, these guys, we need the enriched alloy, which is redstone and iron. So we need iron and 1 of these guys will give you the enriched alloy. So let's pop down to the Metallurgic Infuser and get that. So this guy, we'll just throw him in there. And that'll be fine. So, let's actually throw 2 in there for right now. I'm just basically making it so that I can make more of the logistical pipes as soon as I can. So, I have to the elite. The elite requires the reinforced alloy, which is the enriched with the diamond. So that's why I'm doing all the stuff that I'm doing. Now, we're going to want enriched. We're going to want both of these. We're going to teach this. And we're going to go downstairs and make the next one, which is just one of these. And while we're waiting, let's go ahead and make 20 more. No crafting CPUs are available because we're still making compressed redstone. Alright, so kind of next thing on the list is to improve the speed of a lot of these machines. And that's going to take a little bit of time, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then we're going to want to put this guy in here. So there's not enough stuff that we're going to need to make that's ever going to cause a backlog, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not too worried about that. But what we're going to want is enriched. We want alloy to these guys. And that goes in the diamond one. So let's get 20 more of these. And they'll start crafting and all that fun stuff. And we should be able to automate pretty much everything now. So we just do this. Sure, we'll do cyan. And then these 2 as well. And this will just be blue. And we do need to pull from those guys. So that should be good enough to start. Now what we're going to do, alright, I put the sand in there. We're going to want to break this. And we're going to want to do one of these. And that's going to put sand in there. And we will fix that in a minute, but that's going to give us, once this has a recipe set, that'll give us fluids in there. Now, they'll get these stuff from these guys for whatever patterns we want, but then underneath is where we're going to be extracting. And now these need to be powered, so by which I mean they need to be pulling. So we'll have to deal with that, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're still making glass. So what is the speed upgrades and energy upgrades? So let's just look up upgrades. Speed upgrades requires the velocity, mana lenses, and enriched alloys. Okay, so we're getting close to being able to make this. We're also going to need some plates, so let's get some cobalt. We'll get like half a stack of plates. That'll be more than enough. And was I making anything? I made a little bit more bronze. So I'm still going to have to process some things manually, but not really that much. We'll get to that later, but like iron ore, for example, if we just look up ore. Iron ore, we can smelt, we can crucible furnace, or we can enrichment chamber, and this will give us 2. The purification chamber stuff, I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, we can just put this through the enrichment chamber and get 2 dust, and that will be a lot faster. We might do that another way. We might set up one specifically for ores and stuff, but that's another day. So this is going to require obsidian. We'll get to that in a moment. And then these guys will all be powered. So we'll need to break open here. So let's go ahead and get this all opened. And then I think this one will be the insert. So we'll just do that. Cool. So we're getting close. So the other two, there's going to be a handful of things we're going to need. Let's get sand. Let's go ahead and craft. I want, yeah, sure, 110. That's not that much essence to make all that. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to come down here, and instead of keeping a single, like 10, we're going to keep a stack. And I can put that, and it should round robin it as close as possible. And we're going to make something to basically keep in stock all of this stuff. We'll get to that later. Ardite, I guess we have a lot of blocks, but let's go ahead and make a stack of ore. Let's change that all to that, and we'll do 32 Ardite as well. Can we sleep? Yes, we can. Cool. So the trick with the thermionic fabricators is we need to have a line underneath to pull out the product. We can't get the product, whatever thing we're trying to make, without it. So that's pretty much it. And then the trick with the carpenters is we need water. And so we're going to make water. There is a water source that is really easy, and I have it already made. That's what the electric pump is for. So, and we'll probably do a little bit of a thing for that as well. But what am I waiting for? We want some logistical transporters. We want like 20 of these. So it's going to require a lot of stuff, but it's going to craft it. I don't have to do anything. The other thing I was waiting on is the blank pattern. So there's all that. Now, once we get 8, we can go ahead and start setting up the thermionic fabricators. We're going to come down here. We're going to fly. We're going to place those. Pull. Pull. And pull. So that should be everything we need for that. And now these guys should work. So let's see if we can get the rest of the stuff set up. So we need pure Certus. And we're also going to need diamonds and redstone. And then we can set up, we should be able to set up the recipes and everything else. So this is going to take a minute, but yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Certus, and we're going to tell it how to make that, and we're going to tell it how to make the other one, diamond. Which do I have? I do. But it makes 4, so can I do this? 1, 2. No. But that's okay. I will make a set of them, so... Oh, I guess if I right-click, it would work. Okay, what's taking so long with the Certus? It is in there, right? Okay, it's almost done. So, this should be pretty much it. I need to move this torch. I want to F7, make sure everything looks well lit around here. This area looks dark. So we'll add another torch. No reason not to. So we'll do this. And I'll need to basically break all of these blocks. 2, 3, and 4. Now those are going to get liquids, so I'm not worried about like cross-contamination type stuff. Do we have the Certus yet? We do. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And you can put those in there. And then 2, 5 makes 4. Alright, so if we go set the recipes, we should be able to start auto-crafting these. And it should work just fine. So this one will be diamond. So now it's going to heat up. And we'll put the diamond one there. This one will be the Certus. And like the others, there we go. So now we can autocraft all of the electron tubes. We can autocraft for all the processors automatically. So while we get the rest of the stuff set up, let's make the ME drives. Let's make let's make 3 of them. And we can go ahead and start that. It'll do its thing. And while we are doing that, let's get the logistical transporters. And we also need the mechanical. Basic mechanical pipes. That should be more than enough. I do want a tank, I believe. But I'm also not too concerned with that. So we should be able to put this right here. And or does it need to be down one? I think it might need to be down one. So let's put a block right there. Honestly, let's put a block here. Let's pick this guy up. And we'll just drop power down. We will put these guys down here. That should not connect. It didn't. Perfect. This will go up like so. I don't want that to connect. And then this will go into a pipe. This guy will go right. Oh no. Let's go get our scuba suit, because I don't really want to lose all of those logistical transporters. Those are a little important to me. Just a little. So, scuba. Let's put that on. I don't really care about the swimming because I can just fly. But I kind of like those things. I don't care as much for the blocks, but might as well grab them since we're down here. Alright, and we fly back up. Cool, perfect. So this guy will be right here. And he is getting water now. So we just need to get a power line for him. And everything should be working just fine. How's this going, by the way? It's crafting some stuff. So this will be a good test because I didn't have enough of those guys. So is it getting the stuff that it needs? Okay, they went right back into that. So that's not what I want. Ah, I see why. So it can't go back into that one. That's fine. All we have to do is break this, and do something like that, and then put these guys back. The reason that didn't work is because this guy is pulling it out from the bottom and trying to put it in here, and then this one's immediately trying to put it back. So you fix that and it's all good. So that should be fine now. I didn't realize I had them on me, so we can put those back in and they should work. Right. Okay, now it's making those. Cool. So we need to grab we need to grab just a tank of some sort, and this will work just fine. So let's grab empty fluid tank, just to have a little bit of back stock in case we need water for whatever reason. We put that here because we don't need that. Had a little bit of a lag spike. Oh, that's right, we need power lines. And then we should be able to configure this for fluids and pull, and now all of these will get fluids. So why was I'm getting a little bit of a frame droppage down there, and I don't know why. I think I know why, but I didn't think that'd be affecting me right now. Mechanism has a bug, to say the least. We need a energy cable, universal. Wow, I have exactly one. Awesome. That is perfect. So let's just come down here. We'll put this right there. It gets power, and it will fill up all these guys with water. And yeah, it's these machines, to be honest. I don't need these guys anymore. So yeah, for whatever reason, wow, there's a lot of lag going on in this world. I need to figure out why. Anyways, ME drive. Probably something to do with that as well. How many entities are there? There's like 400 and some. Yeah, that's probably part of the lag. Oops. That one doesn't go there. It goes right there. So now we can tell this to craft 10 of these. We can make that just fine. It's going to take a little bit, but we can make that just fine. It can make printed silicon. And here's the cool thing. Silicon, we don't know how to craft yet. However, we can teach it. Silicon is made by smelting Sturgis quartz dust or by crushing sand. Well, I think that one's easier. So, sand. Let's get sand. Let's just do the manual way. And we'll teach it that one of these equals one of these. And then that's a crusher recipe, so that goes in here. And I think I'm going to move these up there. Yeah, I like that better. So that will never be a problem now. So we should be able to finish up. Okay, we're going to do something real quick because I don't really need any more materials. I wish there was a better way to do redstone, like to turn everything off all at once. So let's turn this guy off. He'll go back and set. And then if we see we're running out of a resource, we can simply turn the farm back on. So we'll just have to do this for every single one. He's getting charged. I'm going to be picking up some of the stuff, but that's okay. We'll finish this up and then we'll move on to something else, which is basically just getting power with mechanism set up to be automated. yeah, we don't really need all this stuff right now. And then I will come by later, and once the entities are down, go ahead and turn off the pickers. I'll let them kind of do their thing for now. They should just, if they don't have anything to pick up, they should just return to the area, to their charging station, and that should be it. But actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's turn this off. We're going to run through here and pick up anything left, which I don't really see anything, so that's good. I've had trouble with these robots sometimes, but they seem to be behaving a little bit better today. I actually lost one. I said this a couple episodes ago. I actually lost one to who knows what. So, will you go dump your stuff off first? Thank you. I'll grab this stuff. So this is probably part of the reason I'm having lag. Alright, now that you're empty, you go set. And there was another one that needed to... Hey, come back. Go drop your stuff off. There's nothing else here, so once you're empty, then go back. Alright, so one more floor, and then we just gotta go pick up the rest. And yeah, you are pretty much done. So yeah, since I don't really need resources right now, might as well turn this off. Just for the time being. Anytime we need to get more resources, it's not much of a thing to just pop over here and turn them on. Especially if it's whatever we need. Where are you going? Alright, you were looking to see if there's anything else to pick up. Now you're going to put those away. And once you do, once they're both gone, I'll turn you off. Alright, and you need to go put those away. And I thought that I was going to need like more sprinklers and all that kind of stuff. I don't think that's going to be an issue, like at all. Ever. So I'm not going to worry about it. Put the copper in there, and yeah, the farm is now off. We are back down to 200 entities. Now there's still a little bit of lag. There might still be for a bit. But hopefully it's better. I don't know what's causing all that, but we have 3. I know there's also a lot of stuff going on downstairs. Looks like there's a lot of chunk updates, so maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. I'll try to figure it out. But anyways, let's finish what we're doing. So we are getting water down here, and it is pumping through to all of these guys. In fact, it's full. So these guys are going to get resources, and then I do believe we can just pull this out. So we're going to need to make this blue. What did I... Okay. Everything seems to be okay. And we make these green. And doesn't really matter where it goes. Except it does. I realize. Does that actually matter? No, it shouldn't matter because they're going to go up here. It's not going to pull anything out. It's going to be pushing items in. So that should be fine. So this is for all the circuit boards. So let's get all the circuit boards set up. There's so much stuff going on. Apologies for the lag. I don't know why I'm getting... is there anything I can do to fix that? Control... No, why am I going to controls? Video settings. Let's go fast and let's bump that down to 60. We'll bump our render distance down and just change some settings. So, whoa. That might not have been good. I might actually have a crash. Yeah, I think I've got a crash. So we'll be back in a moment when I fix. Oh, nope, it fixed. It buffed out. Never mind. Oh, it's because of the mip map. I need to not fix. I need to not change that. But okay, whatever. I have a lot of things running that shouldn't be, to be honest. So let's get these guys. We'll go ahead and throw these in here. And we're going to want circuit boards. So we have 2 of them so far. We have basic and we have intricate. Now we're also going to want these guys. Now these all are going to require a lot of redstone. So let's get redstone. Let's do something like this. We get like just a bunch of stacks of it. Now we need tin. We need gold. We need bronze. And what is then iron? Yes. So iron, gold, bronze, and tin. So iron. Alright, so the first one is going to be the basic circuit board, which is 110. And I don't know why I made so much. I just need 6. 6 redstone. The next one is 6. Let's see, the intricate circuit. Let's see, intricate is gold, so it's 3 and one of those. And then we're going to need the enhanced. I'm going to make that just because. And let's get, we need like 12 redstone. And we're going to need 3 more iron. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and, yeah, I don't know why this is so laggy. Let's go ahead and start making these. So basic goes here. Take the sand out, and it's, I need the tin and I need the gold. I forgot about that. So let's go ahead. I want to see circuit, what's the order? So this is the iron one. And we'll go ahead and make one. And this is the bronze one. We'll go ahead and make one of these. And these are getting pulled out, right? That is important to know. No. Why not? Oh, because I never told it. I never told it to. So there we go. And then the last one is going to be the gold one. So I need gold and tin. Yeah, what? I need to figure out what is killing my frame rate. So there's this. Actually, it doesn't matter. And then 1, 2, 3 equals that. Awesome. So we should be able to clear that out. I don't know how many we're going to need of all the others, but getting a few wouldn't be bad. So let's just pop here. Let's get 10. And let's do this. Alright, so we'll just come down here and we'll finish up all of the automation. So this is gold. There's gold. Iron goes in here. Bronze goes in there, and then the tin goes right there. Perfect. So now we have a lot of this stuff automated. We're going to do one more thing, and then that's going to be pretty much it. We'll deal with the power next time, I think. We need to make a crusher, by the way. That's what the stuff is for. How much of that stuff do we have? We need a little bit more steel. We need a bucket of lava. Let's get that. And then we can take fire, make a bucket of lava. And we need steel. We can teach the system how to make steel. It's just wrought iron. Turns into steel dust, I do believe. No, it's not wrought iron. It's the other. Enriched iron. We'll just take one of these. We'll take it downstairs. Oh, hey. I'm getting 30 frames. That's not bad. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Mechanism has a bad thing with lighting updates. I wonder... do I have... Can I make a night vision potion? Essence. And bottle. Alright, let's get some glass and we'll make... it's still crafting stuff. Wow, this is taking forever. It's almost done. Alright, so... You know, I have these extreme potions. They're actually not that bad to use, to make. It's just extreme potions of all the other stuff. So it's just a bunch of extreme essence, which is not that hard to craft. But let's get some night vision. And I want to just test this to see if it is... So we see our frame rate is really bad. If we eat one of these, our frame rate doesn't actually get better. So it's not that. Alright, well that's... that tells me it's not the lighting updates that Mechanism is kind of notorious for. Alright, so we should have steel dust. Let's see, we have steel dust. We can put this in here, teach that, and then we do one of these, becomes one of these. And now we can not only tell this, hey, that's enriching, I think it's smelting. Steel dust. Yep, in the smelting factory, we'll make what we want. So, and then this one goes here. Alright, so, once this is done, which it is, we can tell this to make 2 more steel. Because we wanted something. I've already forgotten what I wanted to grab. Oh, crusher. I need steel plates. So it'll take a minute, but it will get there. So there's one. And like I said, once we kind of make everything a little bit faster, this will be so much easier. So let's go ahead and craft that last ardite plate. And we'll get the steel plate. And we'll get the crusher. That is what we're going to need for the power. But before we do that, I want to teach one last thing. So can we get the crusher at the very least? We just need two of these guys. And there we go. We got the crusher. Now that will go with these machines. And we'll make power stable next time. We might make another electric pump even. I haven't decided that yet. So here's the big thing that we need to get for all of this stuff. So as you saw, I made down below these different things that were helping us basically keep stock. So the sand, for example, and the compressed carbon, that stuff is great, except if we make a crafting card, which we have one. These are going to help us make more. So let's teach the system. Let's teach the system how to make crafting card. We already know how to make the crafting table. We just need to teach it the basic card, which means we need a calculation. I don't already know how to make this, right? No. So calculation processor. We'll just go ahead and tell that to make one. It'll take a little bit, but it will get there. And while we're waiting, let's grab these two things. We'll fill these up, and between episodes I'm going to fill more of those up. Now, here's the question. I want to put more things down here. What's going to be the best way to do this? How do these cable facades look? It doesn't look like they look good. Do I have any facades for the marble? No. So let's get some ME glass cable. Oh, I'm out. Have we made the processor yet? No. We're still trying to make Certus quartz. So it's crafting 4. Oh, they must be in the place. What's going to be the easiest way to do this? Honestly, I think it's going to be better just to do it from above. We have 16 to 32, 8, 9, and then this guy has 2. So let's fly up through here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And what we'll do is let's get the marble, these guys, and then cable anchors. And what we'll do is we'll run these behind, just right here, because I think that's going to look nicer. So we'll want more ME glass cable. Almost done with this. So once it's done, we'll get the ME glass cable. Alright, it is done. So let's craft 20 of that. Should be pretty easy. And then if we get the calculation, we can teach this how to make the cards. And scroll down, put that in there. And then we can teach this the crafting cards, which is what we're going to want to do. We can't do that until it's done with the ME glass cable. Or we could get something like that and just craft it. So this plus this gives you the crafting card. And that is important because it's going to allow us to make more stuff. So there's our glass cable. Now let's make did I never teach it how to make the crafting units? I guess not. Alright, well, let's teach it how to make crafting units. Crafting units are pretty expensive. We need a logic processor. So let's teach it that, and let's go ahead and get, I want one of these as well, but we don't have enough CPUs, so we're going to have to wait on that. So while we're waiting, let's get this taken care of. And this will allow us to basically make things nice. Break this. Can we put this like right here? No. Is this done crafting yet? more or less. I don't think that mattered too much, so let's do this. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to need more cable anchors. And 1 more of these. Alright, so we'll go outside. And I didn't mean to do that. Can I wrench it with this? Nope. So, you know what? I'm not going to even worry about that one. It doesn't matter to me. But that looks nice. You can't even tell there's anything there. And that'll allow us to hook up more crafting units once we make them. So, we can throw that stuff in there. And if we get the logic processor, we teach that. And then if we get one of these crafting up, everything is automated now, which is kind of what I was going for. The crafting units, there's 2 recipes with these guys. We're going to want to make one of these as soon as we can. And the engineering processor will allow us to do some other stuff. So while we're waiting on all that, let's pop down. And I want to show off that, hey, the whole reason we got this is if we put a crafting card in here, it'll try to craft sand whenever it can. And that's going to allow us to get, so no crafting job active. This does know how to make sand, so let's get a crafting unit. And then we can teach the coprocessor, and then we'll teach the other one as well. So this guy plus a workbench, crafting table, whatever, will give us another crafting card, and this we can put, so this should be full, and it is. So we can put this guy, let's put him in here, and I don't have anything in there yet. So I'm going to do this for all of these guys, but the compressed carbon, now with that in there, it will always be able to make compressed carbon, just keep in there. And basically anything that I'm going to keep in stock, basically, I'm going to do that with. So super useful, super efficient, and it's super useful. So engineering processor, those 2 things make the crafting coprocessor. And then if we get the 4K, that'll take a good minute to craft. We can, my plan is to have 4Ks for now. Eventually I'll upgrade them to 6, and then 2 coprocessors. But that will allow us to basically make those really easily. Now, once we have this, we can teach the last thing, and then I can start making more auto crafting, and that's the key. Once we get more auto crafting, then everything is going to be a lot easier to handle, and things will go a lot faster. So that is pretty much the plan. Let's get this last crafting recipe done, and I will, between episodes, try to fill these guys up and get this taken care of. Try to figure out what is causing frame rate issues. I have no idea, but I'll try to figure out whatever it is. I've always had trouble with regrowth, and I think some of the things is systems like that and this guy over here. Let's actually go ahead and break this, because we don't need this going. So 5 sand, oh, not where I needed to put it. Let's put it in this chest. And he broke his lead. but he's stuck in there, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see, this guy we can go ahead and break for the time being. And I just wonder if those will help. So timers that I don't need all the time might help a little bit. We'll see. But that should be plenty of time for this guy, and now we have the 4K. So let's go ahead and craft the 4K. We're going to put right here, and we need a coprocessor. So we're going to tell it to make one of those, and crafting coprocessor. So let's make one of those. It's pretty ugly to make one, but once we make one, it will hook up into the rest of our AE system, and then I can make basically tell it to make a bunch of stuff all at once, and everything will be good. So that is pretty much where we're at this point. Next episode, we are going to get power stabilized, because how are we doing down here on power? Yeah, I don't know what it is. We need to figure that out. This guy is still full of ethylene, so we still have a little bit. We're going to keep with the ethylene power. We're just going to get things changed around a little bit. One, we're not going to use this guy anymore. We're going to break him and basically have this guy fill in power here, and then we'll also, I don't know, we might make an electric pump here instead. Change this to an electric pump. We'll run a power line over, and then have water doing all the things that we needed over here and take care of everything. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We're going to be using biofuel for that, and quite a bit of it. So we're going to use a line of this stuff, probably just transfer it over here, go straight across or something, or bring it from this line might be better, just to get exporting whatever kind of stuff we want, whether it's pumpkins or if we look at biofuel, the best ones are, I know pumpkins are really good. Yeah, pumpkins are the best, so that's what we're going to use. And we can always make a crushing factory and upgrade it that way. So, do we have the coprocessor? Let's just look up unit. Not yet. It is, there we go. I was just a couple seconds early. So, now that we have this, I want 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 10 coprocessors. So, 10 of those. And 2 of these. And we can craft them both at the same time. Now, that little flicker of we can't craft is because this guy was trying to make more sand. Or this guy, probably this guy was making more sand. So that's pretty much all we need to do. And everything is working really nicely over there. And that's really all that matters. This is a really cool system, and it's working really well. So, I'm really happy about it. I need to get a couple more molecular assemblers and all sorts of stuff, but ultimately, things are going good. So, I'm going to end the episode here. I know it went a little bit longer than I expected it to, than I wanted it to be honest. I'm going to figure out what is causing the frame rate issue, if I can. If we unload those chunks, I bet... Actually, that might be a bad idea. That usually causes problems. You know, there is this that looks messed up. Actually don't plan on using this, so let's just destroy this. And yeah, I'm gonna step away from using Buildcraft. Anyways, that is going to be it for this episode. Next time, we're going to get power set up, a little bit more automated, and go from there. I don't know what we're going to do after that. I haven't decided yet. We need to get witchery stuff, and we need to get Thaumcraft stuff, and there's still a little bit of Britannia stuff to do. We might actually break this, and honestly, destroy this, because I don't think I need it. I don't know what's causing issues, so I'm going to kind of slowly deconstruct things until there's no more issues. So that's going to be the plan. This guy will eventually run out of water, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's taken me way longer to say bye than usual, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!